Swiatek at the Miami Open, a breakthrough that sent shockwaves through the tennis world. Cameras documented every second. Within hours, the images had spread across social media, reaching millions of fans who saw the visit as more than a corporate event. To many, it was proof that the Eala effect had grown into something far bigger than anyone had imagined. But what exactly happened inside Nike's headquarters that made the visit so memorable? And why did those images continue to resonate with fans long after they were first shared? The answer reveals far more than a sponsorship story. It reveals the remarkable bond between a 21-year-old Filipina star, the culture she proudly carries onto every court, and the global brand that has celebrated her journey from the very beginning. Ahead of one of the biggest stretches of her season, Eala made a special stop at Nike World Headquarters in Oregon before heading to the prestigious Indian Wells tournament. While visits from elite athletes are nothing unusual there, this one quickly became something entirely different. From the moment she stepped inside, it was clear that Nike had prepared a tribute unlike anything Eala expected. The walls showcased key milestones from her remarkable rise through professional tennis, telling the story of a young athlete whose journey had captured attention well beyond the sport itself. Among the centerpieces was an exhibition dedicated to her Sampaguita-inspired apparel, accompanied by specially designed shoes that reflected both her growing status and the heritage she proudly represents. Every display blended athletic achievement with cultural identity, creating an experience that felt deeply personal rather than simply promotional. One exhibit, however, immediately stood out. A striking image recreated Eala's unforgettable celebration after defeating world number 2 Iga Swiatek at the Miami Open. That victory wasn't simply another win on the tour. It marked the moment the tennis world realized a fearless young Filipina could challenge the sport's biggest names. It transformed her from an exciting prospect into a player capable of changing the conversation whenever she stepped onto the court. The visit itself became another milestone in Eala's rapidly expanding global profile. As one of the Philippines' brightest sporting figures, she understood that moments like these carried meaning beyond individual success. Every appearance, every interview, and every partnership also reflected the pride of millions of Filipinos following her journey around the world. The photos from inside Nike headquarters quickly spread across social media. Fans from the Philippines and across the international tennis community celebrated the recognition she was receiving from one of the world's most influential sports brands. Rather than viewing it as another endorsement, many saw it as confirmation that Eala's influence had reached an entirely new level. For Eala, though, the visit carried an even deeper significance. The Sampaguita-inspired shirt represented much more than creative design. Inspired by the Philippines' national flower, it symbolized home, identity, and the values that had shaped her journey long before international success arrived. A flower traditionally woven into garlands of honor and celebration was now being showcased on one of the biggest stages in global sports. Reflecting on her custom Nike pieces, Eala explained why that connection mattered so much. "I think it's so sentimental to be able to wear things or to carry parts of my culture with me on court. Because of course it's a huge reason as to who I am. I think where I come from is a big part of who I am and a big part of who I want to become in the future." Those words perfectly captured why the visit resonated with so many people. It wasn't simply about posters, apparel, or sponsorships. It was about an athlete proving that success on the world stage never has to come at the expense of remembering where you came from. If the first chapter of Eala's visit showcased Nike's admiration for her achievements, the next revealed something even more meaningful. This wasn't simply a celebration of a rising tennis star. It was a celebration of the culture and identity she has proudly carried with her throughout her career. At the heart of the exhibition stood the Sampaguita-inspired collection, a tribute that connected every stage of Eala's journey back to the Philippines. As the country's national flower, the Sampaguita has long symbolized humility, devotion, resilience, and honor. For Eala, it represents far more than tradition. It serves as a constant reminder that every milestone she reaches on the international stage is rooted in the place that shaped her. That connection between athlete and heritage had not happened overnight. The story began before her Wimbledon debut in 2025, when Nike surprised Eala with a custom-designed hair tie featuring a single Sampaguita blossom. Alongside the gift came a handwritten note carrying a timeless Filipino proverb, "Kung may tinanim, may anihin." What you plant, you will one day reap. It was a simple message, but one that reflected years of sacrifice, discipline, and unwavering belief. Long before the trophies, the rankings, and the international recognition, Eala had invested countless hours chasing a dream that often seemed impossibly distant. She later shared the gift on Instagram, writing, "The Sampaguita, the flower of my country. A reminder of where I come from and everything that brought me here." That post resonated deeply with fans because it captured something they had always admired about her. No matter how quickly her career accelerated, she never allowed success to overshadow the values that defined her. Returning to Nike World headquarters, visitors could